This session is in continuity to our discussions on data types in MS Access. And in this session, we're going to learn about the text data types and the numerical data types available to us in MS Access. Now, from our previous sessions, if you noticed, we created up a variable called salary and defaulted its data type as number. Now, what is the significance of assigning a numerical data type to the field or the variable salary? So as you would notice in this table that I have prepared for letting you know about the data types available to us in MS Access, for the number data type, sorry, for the number data type, only thing that can go into the fields which have a numerical data type is are numbers. You may use plus or minus before the number as well as the decimal point, but if you plan to do math with a field, use a number or a currency field. So this is a pretty much explanatory thing. So anything that can be put into a numerical data field is merely a number. It can have decimals or plus or minus buttons over there before it, and we're going to see how does that affect entering data into this field. So just like in the previous session, we tried entering up a text value into this and it gave us an error. So the only way of going around this value is that I should enter up a numeric number in this. So you will notice that it nicely accepts this value of 98745 into that field, but it never really accepted a text value into that field. Now let's move forward and think about the text fields also. So whenever I need to add up a new variable and I click on this Dropbox button over here, for text values, I have three options available. The first is the short text, the second is the long text, and the third is the rich text. So let's go back to our presentation and see what these things are. So if you select the data type of a variable as short text, you can only enter text up to 555 characters long. So if say in this case, I open up Access and try to give it a name of short text and say give it a name of first name. So if your name does not exceed 255 characters, which I'm pretty sure won't, so it won't really give you an error. So in this case, if I were to go ahead and type in a name called David, it would gracefully accept it. If I were to enter a name of say Emily, yes, it is going to accept it, because all these alphabets are textual characters and also the length of these names is less than 255 characters. And by 255 characters, I mean that the number of alphabets or characters in this name should not exceed 255. So this is the way it goes with the names of David and Emily. And moving back to our slide, so the short text short text data type allows you to enter text up to 255 character longs, and this may include spaces and punctuation also. So it tells you that there is a cautionary note at the end of this indication is that use a text field, not a number field, for codes even if they look like numbers, such as phone numbers, zip codes, and other postal codes. Now this is something that I'm going to bring up in the future sessions, but I just thought of bringing up over here. The reason that we should select a text field for the zip codes and the numerical fields is that throughout the world, the zip codes need not have just numbers. Some of the countries have zip codes having numeric text values also. And also because you're gonna see you're never gonna add up zip codes, or you're never gonna multiply zip codes. So it makes a worthwhile consideration of having a zip code entered as a text field. The other thing, the other type which we can select for a long text is for a text value is the long text. For the long text, the range of entering up text exceeds, and it lets you add up text up to 65,536 characters. So let's see. So I go to Access and I go to a new field and select long text and give the name of say last name. And now in this field I can enter up a last name which is literally 65,536 characters long, but none beyond it. And I'm pretty sure nobody's last name is that much long. So let me enter up a value into this web, or So it gracefully accepts all these values into this. The last but not the least of all of these data types, it is the rich text, and it is simply a conjunction of the other two types of text values, which are the short text and the long text. The only difference between a rich text is, which is pretty much apparent in a symbol also, that the rich text contains formatting. And by formatting, I mean that your rich text can be bolded in nature, could be italic, could be underlined, or could have a specific text size or a specific, say, font type. So if you plan to enter up those type of values into your table, you need to select rich text. It's really used, it's always advisable to use short text and long text, so we are going to stick to that. And so this brings us to an end about our discussion on the numeric and the text data types available in MS Access. Thank you for watching.